actually understand blockchain, if you actually understand the framework of what we're talking about here, not what Litcoin's gonna be in fucking 7 months, no, the actual framework of what blockchain means, the thing that I have not been able to really get my head around, that I'd be fascinated, and feel free to DM me and talk to me about it, is I hope we all can accept the following statement as truth. If you actually understand blockchain, it's really hard to wrap your head around how Russia, China, and America are gonna accept and allow this to happen. I think it's very important for everyone to actually understand this. If you actually understand what blockchain does, it takes away all the leverage that the countries in our world have outside of their atomic bombs and their armies. It is a substantially big platform. It is a revolutionary 2.0 of all the things the internet, my friends, has fundamentally started to drastically impact our culture because it's taken the middle and it's given it back to us. All the political, not just the voting, the things we talk about, whether it's Me Too or Black Lives Matter or anything else that's even secondary to those true issues, I hope everybody understands that all our shortcomings as human beings have been protected by the media infrastructures of the last 100 years and are losing their leverage, which is why we're having different conversations and making progress. Blockchain takes that shit to a whole fucking nother place, which is why it's actually far more vulnerable than I think this room understands. In parallel, while we think about decentralization, I hope you understand what's happening across the world at a country level, because we're living through the growth of nationalism, right? If you think America is putting up walls with tariffs and actual debating walls, go look at what's happening in India right now. Go look at what's happening across the world. We are now, more than ever, over the last 70 years, seeing countries build internal mental walls which are in complete conflict with something that looks like blockchain. This is a very, very big deal, one that is often not respected by people that are enthusiasts of macro new trends. Let me give you the comp that will make sense to you. When Instagram copied the feature of Snapchat stories and pretty much pulled off a pretty substantial punch in the fucking face to Snapchat, it created everybody in the social media world to understand that you better not build a feature, because the ability of an incumbent like Facebook, Apple, or something of its ilk to copy that and stop you from growing is a very big deal. If you look at what's happening with the scooter movement, a lot of the cities and states are not gonna get tricked this time the way they did with Uber. The internet has really fucked up the status quo. The people that have leverage are not just gonna sit with their fucking hands on their ass and let blockchain do a 2.0 version of that. Please understand that if you believe in the nirvana of complete and utter blockchain at scale, that you're talking about substantial World War III fucking dynamics. And so, while everybody's walking around and thinking about short-term economics and the quick scores they're making on the currency that's built on top of these frameworks and the flip they made to change their short-term lives, which is phenomenal and inspiring and super fucking cool, I hope that there's certain people in here that are starting to deploy 5, 10, and 20-year windows, because if you are, and you're thoughtful about it, the economics, but more importantly, the legacy that you can leave becomes remarkable. And I promise you, for anybody in here who's made $1 or $2 in their lives, very quickly money stops mattering and other shit starts taking over. So, it's really fucking cool you made $1 million on some bullshit cryptocurrency. I don't give a fuck. What I care about is you're actually here, which means you are fundamentally 0.00001% ahead of society in your opportunity. I hope that you give the meaningful thought process and strategy against this advantage you have Because when I saw people have it with social, and when I saw people have it with email, and with search, and with the internet itself, 99.9% of them fucking blew it because they were going for the short-term score because they didn't respect in the macro opportunity.